Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teach Time in the Afternoon, where we are talking about Imagine, because today is Wednesday, and we work our way through the ripe critical knowledge building cycle each week, beginning with Monday, where we talk about the whole cycle as a great big methodology. And then as the days go on in the week, we discuss a different one of these learning actions that you can take up to become more critical in your classroom and make more room for meaningful moments. Because the ripe critical knowledge building cycle is all about answering the question, why? Why are we sitting in this class learning this knowledge at all? The ripe system offers 4 ways for you to have your students discover answers of their own. Down these 4 paths, they can travel to discover great reasons why this knowledge is being taught. Why do we use it? What has it been all about this whole time? Why do we even bother with it? We imagine beyond it. What would life be without it? Or if it was used in different ways or shaped differently in history? How would it be different? And why do we need it to be the way it is? Or we can problematize and say, okay, now that we've imagined what else could be, maybe there are new things we can do with this knowledge. Maybe there are gaps in this knowledge that we need to fill in. This becomes a whole different kind of relationship with whatever academic lesson you've put in front of them. It's pretty exciting. And then finally, once they've noticed different spots for weakness with problematize, then they can figure out ways, whoa, how can we level this up? As part of a new generation of knowledge builders, we not only use knowledge to build our lives, but we adjust knowledge to make it a better tool for building our lives. That's what enhancement's all about, enhancing our lives and enhancing the knowledge so it can enhance our lives. So this is a whole new way to look at teaching. And I think it's really going to shake up the way you address your class and the type of meaningful moments that have been squeezed out by standardization and all things like that. You can make a little more space with some critical discussions, and the ripe system, having it right up here on your wall, will make it a lot easier to have really awesome conversations that perhaps you've never had before. Or even if you have had them before, now they're up on the wall. It's like official. It's much easier. You can lean back a little bit and let me support you so you don't have to be coming up with critical themes all the time. I'm here to help. And this is a collaborative project. So I am open to critique on all of these things. This curriculum is of the people, by the people, and for the people. So please go to my website. There's plenty of links there to critique me in all sorts of ways. I want to hear what you have to say about this system because it matters. This isn't my system. It's for you. I would like you to have it, please. Link below for the right critical knowledge learning system. Okay, enough about that. Let's dive into what imagination really is with knowledge of the people, by the people, for the people, where I have philosophy all about imagination so we can really discover what people have been valuing about imagination since human history began. It's been a really powerful tool that only we seem to have, or at least we're the only ones that can communicate our imagination through language. So since we have this incredible tool of communication, we might as well use it to explore the realms of our imaginations and share them with others. So let's see what our friends from across the world and across time have to say about that. All right. Let's see what we've got here. That's a long one, huh? Let's see if I can make it clear for you. Oh, that does not look good. That doesn't look good either. YouTube streaming may not be the best tool How long should I keep this look on my face and continue to try? I'll stop now. It was worth an effort. Let me go ahead and read it. Oh, okay. This is from Marguerite and Michael Rivage-Seul, who have they wrote a chapter in this incredible book called Paths from Freire, Politics of Liberation. It's an incredible book that really helped me shape this ripe critical knowledge building system. I'd say it played a huge role. And I have lots of quotes from this pair. They wrote really awesome stuff. So I know it's a little small, but I'll go ahead and read it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, you're going to like it. Okay. It's worth it, even though I made you try and read that blurry screen for far too long. You're going to be glad you waited around. Okay. Imagination places critical human subjectivity rather than institutional preservation at the center of the possible. I'll read it again. Imagination places critical human subjectivity rather than institutional preservation at the center of the possible. It is the drive to humanization and is comprehensively historical because the process treats human beings as subjects who relativize or historicize their institutional reality, not as objects relegated simply to fulfilling ahistorical institutional requirements. Okay, so, whew, that's some big language there. I'm excited to unpack it. So let's begin with placing critical human subjectivity at the center of the possible. So this is saying we've got the power. What? Humans are in charge, baby. We, as I discussed this morning in the Colors of Critical Live, every Wednesday I do consequences in the morning and talk about how critical thinking is consequential. So it is consequential because we have power. It wouldn't matter if we abused our power if we didn't have power, or if we used our power and it didn't do anything, like people in a coma. They don't have the power to create consequences in the material world. They are not living a human life. They're in this horrible limbo where they have no consequences that they are in charge of. We, my friends, we are not in a coma. We are wide awake. We are awake, and my moves that come from my mind affect this world. What? Making sounds at a screen out to the vast internet of nothingness. No, there are other subjects on the other side somewhere that I am hopefully speaking to with my human agency. This is how I'm choosing to use my power. We'll see what consequences come of it. But hey, I am using my power in this way. We, as critical educators, put human power at the center of the possible. We say humans have the power to do an infinite amount of things. Whatever they darn well choose to do, they gon' do. Okay? So, human choice matters. It matters when it comes to imagination. So, that is central to how the critical tradition opens up imagination to the classroom. Okay? Is through human choice. And you see, the reason why we don't have much imagination in the classroom now is because they don't want kids having choice like that. Imagination is this realm where you are free from consequence and you are free to do whatever you like in your head. It's a complete free for all. It's a complete free for all in there. And because of that, because it means choice over everything else, even though they scream that in the realm of what schooling's all about, they don't care about choice, or else we'd be imagining more, because that's what imagination is all about. And the thing is, that's a muscle. That's a muscle. The more time you spend in your imagination considering what choices you have, what things you can do, what consequences you would like to bring about, the more you think about and use your imagination surrounding your power, oh man, the more empowered you're going to be, the more you're going to want to, that imagination, you're going to long for it more and more. That dream is going to become something you are not going to be able to help but manifest. So if if traditional people who've been in charge of mechanizing the curriculum cared about letting people explore their dreams, we wouldn't be standardized testing like we do. This school system doesn't care about dreams and what people living a life of their desires and wants. That's what we want for our kids, right? Is to live a life of freedom. Well, how the heck are they going to know the world's full of choices? And we want to keep opening that box further and further. So they need to use their imagination. We can't offer them all the possible facts and all the possible life paths. We have to strengthen that imagination muscle so they're prepared for things that we couldn't have prepared them for, right? That's what imagination is all about, strengthening us for what is not, right? What is different from what we know. So it's a really cool thing, especially when we link it to how we can use our imagination to fuel what we do in the real world and how it fuels our choices. Okay. And so they go on. Imagination is the drive to humanization. So that's what I'm talking about. The more you link your imagination, in your imagination, you link your dreams and your ability to choose and wield your power. The more you do that, the more you will be stumbling over yourself to live out your dreams, right? To unfurl your humanness to the fullest possible degree, which again, isn't that what we want for our students? To live a life where they continue to flourish, where their growing never stops, where they're on this constant journey of a life becoming better and better. Yeah, that's what we want. And imagination is at the heart of it because as our, I want to say their last name right, Rivage-Seul pair says here, it's humanization. Imagination is how we humanize ourselves. It's where we discover what kind of human we are. You know, we find it in the world, but we also find it in ourselves, right? Alone, sitting with our thoughts, sitting with our feelings and our hearts, right? Sitting with our soul, whatever all that is. Imagination is an intellectual way to get at all that internal stuff, all that intentional stuff inside of each person. Okay. So I like this last part too. Imagination also breaks down this system of saying we've solved everything. Okay. Imagination and problematize have a lot to do with one another. They go together. Look, I have my imagination and problematize popsicle slips, part of the ripe critical knowledge building system right here. They are an awesome pair because problematize is linked to hope. Problematize is linked to hope because we say that is empowering them. If we give them the tools to problematize, we are saying, hey, we need you in this work. We've got critical work to do. This world, there's so much. We need your help. Oh my gosh, kids in the classroom, boy, we are so excited to have you be part of the human race. Let's get you to strengthen all your intelligences so you can get out there and help us solve these problems. You are so needed. You are so needed to this work. There's so much to do. And the problem is There's problems all around. Where are they? What are the important ones? Oh my gosh, the world's burning. No, that's not the route we're gonna take. It's the exciting route. We could take that route, and boy, I am feeling that route today. But I will rein in that pessimistic view that would not be helpful for children. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, period. Okay? Fact. Plenty of problems to solve. And gosh, we need your individual mind to help us solve them. My goodness, we need your help. So they say that imagination helps break us out of this system that relegates us simply to fulfilling ahistorical requirements. Hello, standardized tests. Those standardized tests are ahistorical. We could take that same AP US history test the past 20 years. What questions have they changed? It's not changing with the times. They've said this is the complete body of knowledge. Here's all you have to know. Check these boxes and you're smart. Voila. Mwah. Congratulations. Do. Graduation song? I don't know. It's not do. It's something more serious because boy, you checked those serious boxes. I'm over it, you guys. I'm over it. I'm done with those ahistorical institutional requirements. Man, no kid wants to be taking one of those tests. Absurd. They feel no requirement to be taking a test. Now, are they, what kind of requirements do kids feel? Boy, I bet they require being needed like that, right? Wouldn't it be nice if you had showed up at school and people, oh my gosh, you were needed to be needed in this community, to be welcomed by adults? Like, hey, oh my gosh, we're on a team to solve problems, to make this world a better place. Hasn't that been the point of education all along? Haven't we all said that we got into education to make the world a better place? This is what we're trying to do, because that's not what standardized tests are about. Show me a standardized test that is trying to make the world a better place. Show me one. It's trying to rank you and make some sort of hierarchy of intelligence. What? To what end? To what end, I say? I say enhance. Use your imagination, standardized tests. Y'all been standardized far too long, you makers of standardized tests. So you see how only by imagining what else could be. What if we actually tried to make kids to make education make the world a better place instead of just emptily saying it? What if we actually took action to make that a thing? Because yes, we teach them to read and to write. These things matter. But why are they learning it? That's what RIPE is all about. Let's imagine reasons why imagine life without reading. Let's imagine it. And boy, won't that fire them up for reading in a new way? Like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is a power that I have. Man, this is about fueling that back into school. That's been stripped away if it was ever a part of it, not in institutions. They just want to check boxes and shuffle us through like a flippin' IKEA. We're sending kids through these schooling systems. I've had it, man. I've had it. I'm done with that. I'm done. Ooh. This woman is mad today. This person with a uterus is mad today and is bringing down the institutions that have led to a world with too many problems, where we need imagination to solve our problems because, man, we think in some really small patriarchal boxes these days. Okay. Y'all can look at the date and Google what happened to make me a second-class citizen. And so I imagine a world where that won't be the case. And I'm going to problematize and enhance on this world. Okay. But enough about that. Hooray for imagination. Hooray for imagination. And let's remember, hello, that I'm speaking to adults. Obviously, this is an adult conversation. I would maintain decorum in front of children about that. Let me be clear. That would have been it. That would have been, I don't, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. These institutions, y'all, I've had it. I've had it. Okay. Let's imagine bringing imagination back to our schools. All right, I'm going to wrap it up because I've set myself off there, which isn't surprising. I wouldn't have imagined that it would have gone any other way today. Oh, man. Don't push on my human boundaries, man. Woohoo. Oh, man. I will not. I have an imagination and I know what being a full human is, even if I don't have those conditions being met in my material reality. Boy, I know it in my head. Okay. Thank you for imagining with me today on this day in history where we have critical work to do. My name is Miss Adventure in the Classroom. Please follow me on all your favorite sites so you don't miss these fun rants that people are definitely watching. And learning all about how to become a critical educator through imagination. Okay. Thanks so much. Mwah. You're the best. Have a great day. And keep using your imagination out there. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.